Every piece of machinery and equipment has pivot wear problems. Regardless of greasing habits, sooner or later the lug holes start wearing and must be restored to their original diameter and tolerance. Traditional solutions are costly, time-consuming, and only temporary. The expander system is the permanent solution to this problem. It's fast, economical, and comes with a 10-year warranty. So what is the expander system? The expander system is a pivot pin assembly for heavy equipment and machinery that is far superior to the old way of fixing worn-out pivots. Let's take a closer look at the pivot point and the problems with the conventional methods of fixing worn-out pivots. The pivot point is the active point where the machine delivers its value, and when this point wears out, the machine no longer performs the function it was designed for and needs to be repaired to avoid failure. The typical way of constructing a pivot point in new manufacturing is to insert a pivot pin through two lug ears with a bushing or bearing housing in between. Typically, the lug holes are a few thousandths of an inch larger than the pin diameter, so the pin can be inserted. The pin is then secured in place on one side, preventing the pin from falling out when wear appears. Because the pin most often is a harder material than the lug ears, they begin to wear out, thereby enlarging the diameter of the hole. In time, the lug holes become so worn that the pivot is no longer stable, begins to break down, and becomes a hazard in the working environment. To repair this worn-out pivot point requires costly solutions that can take days to complete. The most common traditional method requires welding and line boring of the lug holes. This process is very costly and time-consuming, yet only temporary. Wear will appear again. Many customers are in work environments where it is needed several times a year. So how does the expander system solve this problem? In the expander system, both ends of the pin are tapered. An expansion sleeve is fitted at both ends of the pin, followed by a washer and a securing element. The assembly is installed in the pivot and the securing elements are tightened. As the elements are tightened, the expansion sleeves are forced over the tapered ends of the pin, creating a pressure between the pin and the lug ear, locking the expander system into the pivot. The wear process is permanently eliminated. The standard sleeves expand up to 2 millimeters or 80 thousandths of an inch, and our standard oversized sleeves expand up to 4 millimeters or 160 thousandths of an inch. A range of specialty oversized sleeves are also available, so many times it isn't necessary to rebore the lug ears. Just think, no more line boring.